This is TWiT.
Google's been pushing RCS, the Rich Communication System, to replace SMS, partly because they say it's more secure. And they're encouraging Apple to join the small, short parade of carriers moving over to RCS. Verizon's going to join AT&T and T-Mobile in preloading Android messages. Android Messages, Google's messaging app, and Android uses RCS.
Like herding cats.
And the problem, they say, with iMessage is that it falls back to SMS. If you're messaging somebody who's on an Android device or any non-Apple device, it'll fall back, because there's no iMessages, it'll fall back to SMS. Google says SMS is not secure. We know that. RCS is. It's encrypted by default. They very much would like Apple to go along. You agree?
I agree that they want them to. I think it would be.
It is a standard. It's not a Google standard. I mean, Google seems to be the one pushing it, but
it's been such a it's been such a start, stop, off, on thing. Like, it's just been one of the most painful rollouts
that's a good point.
I've ever witnessed.
Apple may look at Google's messaging strategy overall and say, "Yeah, we'll get back to you."
I don't blame Google. I blame the carriers. They're like they don't like they're famously like the railroads who wanted to make all their tracks different lengths so you couldn't go from one to the other.
That's right.
Getting to Apple's advantage is that it's a totally vertical stack. Why would they unstack that?
For those poor people not on iPhones who are getting now unencrypted, in fact, very insecure SMS messages. It would be nice.
Same on the iPhone, because we're getting those. Like, when those messages fail over from iMessage, we get the text message too, and it's terrible. But I think it's chicken and the egg. Apple won't adopt it until sufficient people have adopted it, but we've learned over time that sufficient people don't adopt it until Apple adopts it. So one of them has to just blink for our benefit or our sake.
Here's a little nudge from Hiroshi Lockheimer, who is in charge of Android for Google. Going forward, says Lockheimer, the default messaging experience on Android is going to be more secure. The fallback messaging experience on the other platform will not have encryption if it's still SMS. I think that's a pretty interesting dynamic. I would hope that as everyone focuses on security and privacy, it becomes an important part of the discussion. Lockheimer, according to The Verge, would not confirm if Google is in active discussions with Apple.
Can you forget the name of iOS? Because like Tim always says Android.
The
That's
other
such a weird
platform.
Yeah. Well, there is a good point to be made that if iMessage is going to be essentially the only widespread messaging platform that's available for the iPhone. I'm not discounting WeChat and Signal and the others, but I'm saying what most people, when they want
that's the default.
When they pick up the phone trying to send a text message with cute pictures to their brothers and sisters about how their vacation is going, that is really the only choice that iPhone users have available. I think Apple needs to make a case of why they wouldn't try to make that as inclusive as possible, particularly when there's another standard that getting T-Mobile on board was very, very big. There was a lot of waffling about this standard, but if it delivers value to users and if it helps a messaging app achieve its goal of helping people to stay connected together, and there is a security benefit to it, I wish that Apple would, again, not be defensive and feel as though they've got to make a statement about this, but I wish that they would explain why they don't think that this is a good fit for the iMessaging platform.
I'm sure they'll just say it's not widely adopted enough yet, and then people will say, because you're not adopting it.
473 million monthly active RCS users around the globe. It's only recently been coming to America, and that's only because, as you said, the dinosaurs and the carriers have been slow to adopt. But now that Verizon has joined AT&T, T-Mobile, maybe.
Yeah. It would, if nothing else, it would really blunt people like me who complain that, gee, why aren't you making iMessage multi-platform? Why are you putting us in differently colored bubble jail? And again, it would be a nice thing to do.
I'm curious as to the behavior, and I don't know the behavior of the average person of how they deal with it. I was just trying to think about, while we were talking about it, like how many green messages do I get versus blue messages, and I realized that I didn't realize this until we were talking about it, that my behavior is that if you have a green message, I use email.
My God! You're one of those.
No, I just stopped texting because I'm like, oh green. You know, like it means I can't send anything. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't. And so I just switch over to. But I didn't realize I was doing it. It wasn't conscious. I just realized that it's just harder when someone is and then when someone goes blue, you're always like, you're blue. You know, like you get these big things.
Alex, if you cut us, do we not bleed?
Yeah, blue.
But you know, like I'm full of I use all of iMessages, like all the little weird emojis and GIFs and all, like just constantly. We're always going back and forth. And if someone has green, they just get text. You know, like it's just like
so sad.
It's just funny.
Alex
But I
did something really interesting, but you can't see it.
All Apple has to do is make iMessage Plus and charge $2 a month for a gold bubble, and then everybody will want it, and they'll be in order.
I'm a gold bubble.
Yeah, I'm a gold bubble.
I'm a gold bubble.
It's like, Tim, the money's waiting for you.
Get Beyonce. Give a free account to Beyonce and other influencers, and then
Karl Lagerfeld.
That's how you increase that piece of the pie about services.
Everyone who got the gold watch gets the gold bubble.